Hi all, hope you all are doing good. So today we are going to start with the day 9. Anyone can be Santa. So yeah, let's just do this first. Okay. Now even Santa has been having to adopt the work from home ethic in 2020. Okay. F MaxKD and their team created a file server, the best TBFC, that uses FTP protocol. FTP protocol, file transfer protocol. However, an attacker was able to hack this new server. Your mission should be choose to accept it and understand how the hack occurred to retrace the steps of an hacker. Okay, so again it's like imitate the attacker. Okay, and before getting started, okay, thus I need to connect. So if I scroll up, I am not connected as of now. Okay, TryHackMe, Dpoint. Let's open our terminal and sudo. Let me zoom in a bit. I hope now it is visible. Open VPN, Dpoint. Oh man, what happened? ls, yeah, I have sudo open VPN Dpoint. Okay, so sequence is completed. We are good with this. We'll move to the next step. So we'll work on this and let's check if we are connected or not. So just help you understand, if you have any kind of query here, basically the tunneling when we are doing that is we are connecting to the TryHackMe. Now on the TryHackMe we are deploying all this kind of the labs, and on that we are trying. So basically we are connecting to TryHackMe platform. On that we are deploying this vulnerable labs on which we are practicing. So I hope this IP address and this IP address, that is the tunnel IP address, and the lab IP address, the difference you got it. Okay, so now let's get started. Today's objective is to understand the fundamentals of an FTP server and some common misconfiguration to ultimately exploit these ourselves to gain entry to TBFCP FTP. Means there is a server, FTP server, whose name is TBFC. Okay, so what is FTP, where it is used? It's basically used for file transferring. That's it. So yeah, yesterday we have seen that FTP is using the TCP internally, and FTP is a very old, it's like it designed in an old manner where the developers thought that it could be congested, that the commands and the file transferring, if they run on the same port, it could be causing some kind of stuck or hung or loss of packets, those kind of things. That's why they're designed in such a way that the commands will run on one port and the file transfer will happen on the other port. So the 20th port is meant for data and 21 is meant for commands. This is the default port. This can, for sure, the ports can be moved to some other. Okay, now no credentials, no problem. Okay, before any data can be shared, the client must log into FTP server. Okay, this is to determine the command that the client has the permission to execute and the data that can be shared. Some websites use FTP to share files instead of web server. Of course, this means that you need to have a username and password, though some of the way that's not practical. Okay, enter FTP anonymous mode. This setting allows a default username to be used with any password by a client. The user is treated like any other user on the FTP server, including enforcing permission and privileging. Using FTP over terminal, simply enter the FTP command and use the FTP commands. Okay, so let's do this first. So this is going to be just an example. This is our actual victim. As you can see on top, this is our victim's IP address, right? 64. So let's dig onto that. So this is my, let's move to Christmas TryHackMe and ls. So I can see there's nothing here. So let me do FTP, and what's my IP address? So not mine, the vulnerable labs IP address. Okay, so for this we are going to connect, and then we are going to enter our username as anonymous and no password is required, and we are good. So if I enter who am I and all, this will not work because this is only FTP shell, so only FTP commands will run. So like ls I can do, and I can see all these things are there. Okay, now let's get back to our this. So we are good, we are connected, and there we can use ls, change directory, get to download a file, put to upload a file. So if I'm in a current directory, okay, let me show you this. So I'm in which directory? I'm in Christmas TryHackMe directory. So if I simply say uh, put big.txt, so this file that is there in my server, in my system, that will be ftp'd and it will be sent to the directory in which I am executing the put. Okay, since I am not giving any path, it is taking that file from the current directory. I hope how the put and get works in the ftp. Okay, so now let's get back to this. Okay, and if I do ls, yeah, I can see all these things, and we'll navigate to cd to change our working directory and then list the content. So if you can see, there is only one folder with the data that our user has permission. Our user means we are public user, we are not the owner of any file. So for the public user, the last three are the permissions, so only for this we have the right permission. So let's go into that directory. Public tab will not work, so let's do this. Now let's do ls. So here we can see an sh. Okay, so yes, we can see now what this sh file does is we'll run the commands that get the file. Okay, so we'll try to get it. Okay, now how to get it from the local? So if you can see, backup.sh was created on November 16 sometime, and in our current directory we don't have that. So let's do get backup.sh. Okay, so now if I try to list the content in the TryHackMe, let's do that in the new tab. I hope now the content is visible. cd Christmas. Now if I do ls, I can see backup.sh is here. So let's try to see the content of that. So I can see there is this file name and then there is this star. Let's get back to our lab. So what is happening? Yeah, the script we can see. Let's open it. Yes, we don't need to understand what happens. The script executes every minute, creates a backup of a folder and stores it on the home directory of Makeeger. What if we were to replace the commands executed in the script? Okay, with the malicious thing. Okay, so this is what, let's use pen tester cheat sheet to get a good example that will be executed. So our overall intention is there is this backup.sh file in which there is some commands which get executed every time. So the whole intention is to create the backup and store it with the file name. So what we are going to do is we are going to replace the command that is written in backup.sh and we are going to replace with our content. And what is our content? This is our content. Now what is this is used? Okay, so basically this, whenever it is going to execute, it is going to form a connection to the listener that we are going to create in our lab with the netcat. Okay, so we are going to create a listener to that. This is going to make a call. That's how we are going to make a connection. Okay, so let's do this. So this is the content that I need to replace. So if I go to my Sublime, let me replace everything. Just keep that bin bash as it is, save it, and we don't need it again. Oh man, that is this thing I missed. Okay, Sublime backup. So you see this I need to replace with the IP address on which I want that server to make a call, and I want to make that server to call to me, and my is 10.9.205.177. so that's what I need to give. So let me just copy this and Sublime. Okay, so this is what we want. Let's close this. So this was the very crucial part, because otherwise we'll wait for it to just connect to us again and again and we'll never get connected. Okay, so we are good with this, we are good with this, we are good, we have executed this. Now we have to send that file. Yeah, we have added this. Okay, first we have to start the netcat listener. So this is our FTP. Let's see if it's still connected. You have to check this, because if the timeout is gone, then we have to connect it again. Okay, now let's do ls. We can see backup.sh here. Now let's start a netcat listener here, -lvnp-n4. This whatever port you want to get, the same you need to get in the script that is there in the backup.sh. So this is not connected as of now, right? Let me see. Okay, now just put backup.sh. So the modified script is going to override the one that is present on the server. Now if you can see, the last one was the 16th November. If I do ls, I can see it is 16th December, means it is overridden. Now it should make a connection, and I can see that it got executed and the connection is found. So now if I do who am I can do everything. So I am basically a root. If I do ls, oh, I got a flag.txt as well. So let's see the content of that, flag.txt, and we got the file as well, I mean flag. So copy selection. This was pretty much straightforward. Okay, so this was, I think, the one that needs to we exploited. But here our intention was to retrace the steps of the attacker, and we need to make sure that the attacker should not have those options again and again. So what we should do to avoid this kind of mistakes is that there is no opportunity for the attacker to attack. Okay, so the FTP server has anonymous mode enabled. This isn't inherently secure and has many legitimate uses. So basically we should not have any such user allowed which doesn't need a password, or we need to make sure that it does not have enough authentication or authorization, like it had access to public directory, because like right access to public directory, if we could have removed that access to the other users, the attacker could not have used this method. Okay, so basically FTP server has anonymous mode enabled, allowing us to authenticate. So this should not be done. Then we have discovered that permission to upload and download file. What is the normal behavior for FTP servers? Anonymous user should not be able to upload files. Okay, now we have, so it's like put should not be done. Put permissions or privileges should not be given to such kind of users. We have interpreted the information from a legitimate backup script to create a reverse shell. Okay, the script root user is most powerful. This is also vulnerability, as now we have full access to the system. The use of this user should be restricted wherever possible. If the user is elf McEager, only access the system as that user. Okay, conclusion, where to go from here? Okay, that is fine. So we have copied the flag. Let's add that and submit. What movie did Santa have on the Christmas shopping list? Okay, first come line by line. We had the flag, so we added it. Name the directory on the FTP server that has data accessible by the anonymous user. So we have seen here, if we clear, okay, cd ls, no, I think it is this one, right? We had access to dot and print working directory. Okay, ls, yeah. So for this public directory we had read write execute permission. So let's do public. Let's see the hint as well. Recall how Linux, yeah, permissions. What script got executed? Backup file .sh. And what movie did Santa shopping list? So we need to search for shopping list. Let's we are here already. So print working directory, cd/root ls. I don't see anything here. Let's see if we have anything here. cd public less. I see shopping list.txt. Let's see if we have this directory here. cd/public. Oh man, public. There's no such directory. I don't know where is this path. So maybe we can do the get shopping list.txt. Yeah, we got this. So we were doing the get. Now let's come back here, and in this we can see shopping list.txt we got. So the Polar Express is the thing that is there in the wish list of Santa. So let's add that, paste, submit. Now if we see the hint, look around for other files. So okay, in this manner we got it. So we are done with the task, but basically we need to find how we can get that thing from here. So let's try to use maybe the find command. Find in the whole directory, the name is, okay, -type is file and name is wish list. What was the name? Shopping list.txt. shopping list dot txt. Okay, let's wait for that command to finish. There we go. So it is there in opt ftp. Okay, so let's go to cd slash opt, because we got it from the ftp thing, but as per the task we should do in this manner. So let's try to explore. So in the ftp folder we have a specific directory for, I mean in the opt directory we have specific directory for ftp. So let's go there and cat shopping. What happened? Yeah, shopping. Oh man, tab is not working here again. Shopping list dot txt. Arre bhagwan. Cat shopping list dot txt. So we can see we got this. Okay, so I hope the concept wise we were good, and before doing anything make sure that you terminate this, because TryHackMe is giving us all these resources free of cost, so just respect their bandwidth as well. And yeah, we are good with this, and let's close our session as well. So this we don't want, this we don't want, let's close this as well. Okay, so make sure everything is closed. It is good for us also. So overall, if you liked my explanation, please do subscribe, click on notification bell, and in the description you will find the Instagram link, Facebook page. So if you want to contact me directly, you can ping on Instagram, or if you want to discuss the concepts, queries, or share some interesting stuff, you can mention in the comment section, or you can join the Discord server. So the mail IDs and everything you will find in the about section. So overall, I started Instagram page just 2 days back, and I have only 1 digit followers. So please do subscribe and support me. I mean follow and support me. So that's all for today, and make the best use of lockdown. Practice as much as possible, and share this video with people who are new to this domain, or who are trying to clean up their foundations again. And yeah, that's all for today. And if you have any creative techniques that you have tried out, like we have other methods of sending the backup.sh to our victim, apart from the ftp thing. But as per the lab we followed and we did the ftp. So if you are doing any other mechanisms like a reverse shell or any other thing, just mention those in the comment section. I will at least give it a shot. So that's it for today. Thank you.